नमस्कार, स्वागत छ दर्शकवृन्द यहाँहरूलाई कार्यक्रम 6 प्रश्नमा म रोहन श्रेष्ठ। 6 प्रश्नको आजको यस श्रृङ्खलामा हामी एस्ट्रोलोजीको विषयमा ज्योतिष शास्त्रको विषयमा कुराकानी गर्दैछौँ। कसरी ज्योतिष शास्त्रले हाम्रो जीवनलाई प्रभाव पारिरहेको छ यिनै विषयमा चर्चा गर्नेछौँ। तर भाषिक रूपमा पनि आज हामी अङ्ग्रेजीलाई प्रयोग गर्दैछौँ। त्यसको लागि आज हामीसँग एस्ट्रोलोजर सौमित्र झा आज हामीसँग हुनुहुन्छ। वेलकम टु नेपाल, वेलकम टु न्युज 24।
Thank you Rohan ji.
Saumitra ji, can you please tell us about this astrology? What astrology actually is all about? Is it only a belief, hope, or there is some scientific logic or scientific reason behind astrology?
So astrology basically is the logic behind the study of astronomy, the science behind the stars and planets, the geography of the planet placed in the interspace galaxy, how a planet's gravitation works. It is all covered in astronomy. When these planets the movement of these planets happen, we do have a logic to define how they impact our lives. So astrology is the study of the movement of planets and their impact on the focal point which we have taken as Earth, as all of us are stationed on Earth. So every planet, when they are moving in the solar system, they will have different gravitational pull, they will have different kind of energy exchange between different planets, the permutation combination. For example, Saturn moving in the solar system and Jupiter moving in the solar system will have an intergalactic exchange between both of the gravitational energies. And then because these two are hues, they will have that intergalactic gravitational exchange with the gravitational energy of Earth as well. And when these gravitational forces work on each other, there are impacts on each planet. That is the source of creation in the universe. Similarly, astrology reads how these stationary bodies, these celestial bodies, when they move in the sky, in their natural transits, how do they impact the human life? What do we derive, what conclusion do we derive when a good planet or a bad planet, based on individual charts, based on individual placements, affect a person?
Can we say it's just the hope or the belief?
No, it is not
what
just hope.
What is the scientific logic behind this? How it is calculated?
So I will tell you scientific logic behind three.
Because in science, if it is scientific, then why the science does not believe in this astronomy or astronomical science?
There are certain reasons behind it. It is a very good question. So it is not just pure belief and faith. It is definitely science. I will explain how. So for example, Moon is a satellite planet.
Right.
And Earth is a planet. However, we don't consider Earth a planet in astrology since it is the focal point where we are sitting. We consider Moon as a planet. And then a lot of people ask me, why is Moon considered a planet? Why does Moon have so much importance
in our Kundli?
Yeah. So in basic science, if we try to understand it from the perspective of basic science, Moon is a planet due to which tidal waves occur on all the water sources on Earth twice. High tides, low tides, daily, because of the gravitational pull of the moon. Similarly, our human body is made up of 70 to 72% of water. So Moon affects that water as well inside, the water element inside us as well. That's why all the liquid inside our body, including the hormones, pleasure hormones, any kind of hormones, they get triggered by Moon. That is why we say in the old culture, it was said that during a full moon night or a new moon night, it is tough for psychiatric patients. Why? Because Moon as a planet symbolizes the liquid in our body, the hormone in our body, the reaction our mind does, not the brain. So Moon is considered important in astrology because day-to-day mood, day-to-day communication, day-to-day behavior, it comes from Moon. Moon is the fastest moving planet or satellite, we can say, as we follow the lunar calendar. A month has 30 days. There are 12 zodiacs. 30 divided by 12, it is 2.5 days exactly. Moon resides in one zodiac for 2.5 days. So whenever you will get into a certain zone of mood, you will see it will remain only for maximum for 2.5 days. It cannot remain more than that. Whether you are in sadness, whether you are in grief, whether you are in happiness, the mood shifts after 2.5 days. Why? Because Moon has shifted the zodiac. Similarly, there is another logic which defines how scientific astrology is. Rahu Ketu, a lot of people have heard about it. And there are Chhaya Graha, shadowy planets. And a lot of people say that it is only a Puranic story, Vedic story, where Bhagavan Sri Hari Vishnu cut Asura's head and the head part became Rahu and the remaining body part became Ketu. However, if we see it in a bit detail, what are the scientific explanation behind Rahu? What are the scientific explanation behind Rahu and Ketu? I will explain to you. The Earth is moving around the Sun, so there is an orbit of Earth around the Sun. The Moon is moving around the Earth, there is an orbit of Moon around the Earth. And when Sun, Moon and Earth come in a straight line, eclipse happens, Grahana. and Grahan is done by Rahu and Ketu, eclipse is done by Rahu in Ketu. In our Sanatan Dharma we consider it. What happens is, when the moon's orbit around the earth overlaps the orbit of earth around the sun, there must be a northern point of overlapping and a southern point of overlapping, because orbit is not the same. Moon is not revolving around the earth in the same way, in the same speed as earth is revolving around the sun, right. So, moon's orbit, where it transacts on the northern point, it becomes that mathematical point is called Rahu, and the mathematical point where the moon's orbit transacts with the earth's orbit around sun, that is called Ketu. So, these mathematical points become important, because Rahu and Ketu are not actual planets, but these are the mathematical points through which we derive.
So, it is not the planet, right?
It's not the planet.
Why it's considered as Chhaya Graha or
Chhaya Graha, it is said because when earth, moon and sun come in a straight line,
eclipse,
the shadow of the sun or the shadow of the moon falls upon the earth in lunar eclipse and in solar eclipse. So, that shadow is called Chhaya, and that is why Chhaya Graha, because actually as per our belief we understand that Rahu and Ketu are doing the Grahan. Mathematically it is the shadow falling upon us, right. So, that is why Chhaya Graha.
If we go through the scientific perception, it is just an incident.
Astrology is a logical science. However, the person who interprets it, how much logical he is, what kind of, how good a storyteller he is, how, when I say storyteller, it means every kundali is a different script, like every fingerprint is different, every kundali is different. Even if two twins are born in 5 seconds apart, their kundalis are different. Even in 5 seconds the kundalis are different. So, eclipse or anything which is a cosmic phenomenon, which is a scientific phenomenon, they do not relate it with faith and belief, because astrology is not a science which can predict 100%. No human brain can.
So, there is limitations in
there
astrology.
Are limitations. For example, right now if you have to ask me question, we have to depend upon the planet's guidance. You can ask me, maybe you can ask me about your career right now and I can answer that. But if you ask me about your marriage right now, whether the planets are showing that calculation, whether we have to wait for some other muhurt, there comes the muhurt. So, the Puranic system, the belief system, it is so complicated, and it is based on a fundamental belief that there is a higher energy which is running the universe. And we are also have a belief that any planets impact us due to our past life karmas. In Sanatan we believe we have multiple births across the universe. So, science does not actually accept the concept of Punarjanam.
Of reincarnation, right.
Reincarnation. And since there is no reincarnation, there is no karmic debt. Since there is no karmic debt, there is no repercussion. So, it is like live your life to the fullest. Science believes in that. However, astrology says that if you are living your life to the fullest and you are harming others or causing some karmic debt upon you, you will have to pay it back. That is where science and astrology defy each other. However, if you ask me, because I have a scientific background, I will tell you astrology is a pure science.
It is totally based on science, evidence, isn't it? That
it depends on the scientist who is doing the research.
The only thing is that we have not been able to explore as well as show to the world, right?
Yes, we have not fully decoded it, and there are lots of ancient texts which are lost, manuscripts which were not preserved. So, the complete knowledge could not be there, right.
So, we believe in this stars, isn't it? But the Western astrology, they believe in sun, isn't it? What is the exact difference between this,
I will explain
the Western as well as the Vedic astrology?
So, Vedic astrology, actually we call it because Jyotish astrology is called Jyotish. So, astrology and Jyotish are different technically when we check it, because astrology is the logic behind astronomy, logic behind celestial body movement. Jyotish is made of two words, Jyoti plus Ish, Ishwar given Jyoti, the Jyoti which the light which Ishwar gives us. So, Jyotish and astrology are, the words mean same technically, but the meanings are different. In the Western astrology, they take sun as the focal point, and that is why if you see it is called sun signs. From a certain month to a certain month, sun is in this zodiac, hence this zodiac will be followed for the people who are born between these two timelines. However, sun is far from us. We have not been to sun. There is no exact accuracy of calculation how much we can derive data from the sun as a planet, as science. Moon is very near to us. In India, in Nepal, in Southeast Asian region, the region which follow the Sanatan Dharma basically, we follow the lunar calendar, Shukla Paksha, Krishna Paksha, 15 days lunar cycle. So, in lunar cycle we do not believe that a certain timeline has same Rasi. Anyone who is born in the gap of 2.5 days will have similar Rasi, depending if they don't come into the Gandanta point, that means the point when moon changes the Rasi. So, they will have the same Rasi.
I want you to make it more clear. If I am born in April 15th, my Rasi will be Aries, isn't it? As per the Western astrology. If you are born in 17th April, then your Rasi will be the same.
Aries.
Or May 1st, your Rasi will be the same, Aries, isn't it?
Yes.
But as per our side, as per Vedic astrology, your Rasi might be different.
Yes.
If you are born in 17th April as well, isn't it? My Rasi might be different. So which one is more authentic? Whether the Western astrology is more authentic or the Vedic astrology is more authentic. If we go to India, then most of the people nowadays, they try to follow the Western astrology.
General specifications of a personality, the sun sign, the Western astrology is pretty good. But if we have to see the specific case related to a specific person, then lunar astrology is more accurate, which we follow in the Sanatan Dharma. Yes, you are right that on April 15, if you are born and on suppose any day before 15th May, if I am born, we both are Aries as per Western astrology. However, that is not the case, because had that been the case, there are 8 billion people and 12 zodiacs. Divide 8 billion people by 12 zodiac and we will get around 0.78 billion people in every Rashi, right? But 0.7 billion people cannot have same day on earth daily. It is impossible.
Right.
So, there comes the specific personality traits and characteristic traits of a person which gets defined by the lunar calendar, because the permutations and combinations, the planets are not actually stationary. When we take birth in lunar calendar, what we do is we take a screenshot of the sky at the time we take birth. That is a 3-dimensional sky. We print it on paper. It becomes a 2-dimensional picture, that becomes our Kundli. That is our Kundli, and there we can read the stationary position. Then we calculate the movement of the planets. We do the permutation combination between the stationary planet, the screenshot of our birth time, and the current planet, and that movement decodes a lot of things for us. In Western astrology, we cannot do that. In Western astrology, we only have that if you are a Aries or a Taurus or XYZ any sun sign, you will have certain traits, and that's it.
Is Western astrology lie?
Western astrology is not a lie, it is an incomplete science. So, sun signs do tell about your personality, but only about your generic personality, how you appear to others, not the real personality. It will only tell you what you express to people. Such a person will express certain things, such certain qualities, but what is actually going inside his mind, what is actually happening in his life, Western astrology does not answer that.
Tell us something about the remedy. If there are so many, if there is the problem in the zodiac sign, or if there is problem in the Kundali, then the astrologers, they suggest different kind of gemstones and all,
other pujas
or mantra jap and all, isn't it?
I will explain it to you in a very scientific manner. So, there can be 2 categories. One category is a planet is weak, a planet is strong in a particular horoscope. Weak and strong is one category. Another strong category is one planet is good, another planet is bad. So, a good planet can be both weak and strong for you. If a good planet which is going to yield you good results, suppose I read your horoscope and I find that a good planet is present, but it is weak. So, we have to give strength to that planet to yield maximum results, maximum blessings from it. For that, we will be wearing the gemstone of it, because gemstone will give us clarity about that planet. It will increase the strength. Suppose the same good planet is very strong, we need to do nothing. Similarly, if a bad planet is weak, we need to do nothing. A bad planet, if it is causing bad things in our life, we want it to be weak. We do not want to make it strong. But suppose there is a bad planet, and if we wear the gemstone of it, then it becomes strong. So, एक चोर जो है वो डाकू बन जाता है, डाकू से वो माफिया, माफिया से वो अंडरवर्ल्ड डॉन. So, remedies are very dangerous aspects of astrology. Until unless someone has complete research and mastery upon the subject, they should not advise remedies, because at times remedies will work opposite if we have not studied the characteristics.
So, there is no such thing called remedy?
There are, but we should not believe 100% upon it. The remedies will only make your life easier, they will not make your problems completely go away. So, it is like waking up early is a good habit, but does it give you any materialistic gains? Nothing except good health. Similarly, remedies will make your life a bit easier during tough time. They will not completely solve your problems. Yes, in some cases, some remedies can be 100% accurate, but astrology is not a remedy focused science. People ask us always about remedies because they want to get out of a problem and get a solution.
They want to get rid of the problem.
However, the astrology says, the basic astrology said, you need to understand your problems, decode it, make a way through them. don't try to avoid them, because then that karmic debt will again come back. So, even when we are doing remedy, we have to say bear the burnt a bit. Yes, it becomes a less powerful, that issue becomes less powerful upon us, and we are a bit.
So, can't we completely flush this kind of problem?
No, we cannot flush the entire problem, because then any astrologer and any person will keep doing any karma, and then they will keep doing the remedy, right? So, no, we cannot flush out the entire karma, definitely some parts of it, because no one wants to do a bad karma, right? So, initial times when our inner conscience is telling us not to do some karma, that much we can take care of, but when we are consciously doing a bad karma, that cannot be erased. It comes back to us in weird ways, I will tell you.
Saumitra ji, it's time to take a break.
Definitely.
We'll be right back after this break. दर्शकहरू, हामी हाम्रो संवादलाई जारी नै राख्नेछौँ तर एकैछिनको ब्रेकपछि। दर्शकहरू, पुनः स्वागत छ। आज हामीसँग हुनुहुन्छ एस्ट्रोलोजर सौमित्रा झा। सौमित्रा जी, once again welcome to News 24 Television. Our audience might want to know about their future prediction, the 2025, how it's going to be. Can you please predict according to Vedic astrology?
Definitely. 2024 was a very tumultuous year in international relationships as well. We have seen Israel, Hezbollah, Hamas conflict. We have seen Ukraine and Russia's war going on very strongly. Then economies have been failing, governments have been facing a lot of tumultuous change in our region as well, and among our neighborhood as well. So 2024, if we calculate, just add up the digits of 2024, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4, it was 8. If you write down 8, it is basically a vertically written infinity sign. That means the problem were infinite times more than any other year. In 2025, when we add 2025, it comes to 9. 9 is the number of action, number of Mars. So, it will be a year full of actions, some turbulent ones, some good ones. I will explain a general prediction for 2025, some general predictions, good and bad both, and then we will go on for each Rashis. Okay. So, 2025, in the first 3 or 4 months, we should not expect a lot of good news. There can be movements related to earth, for example, tsunamis, earthquake, minor ones, not in our region per se, but in any region of the world, there will be some movement related to geology. Earth will show us the repulsion, okay? Some natural calamity is there. After that, we will see that aggression and aggravation of conflicts will be there in certain areas of the world, and there will be ceasefire in certain areas of the world. So, till March, April, we have some tumultuous times going on. After that, the world will be at peace. Economies which are right now getting disturbed in 2024 will get flourishing in 2025 to a very, very good extent. A lot of people who are planning to do business and they have not been able to start it in 2024, they will be able to start it in 2025 irrespective of their zodiac. Now, I have made some pointers for each zodiac, so I will be explaining it to you all. For Aries ascendant, Aries is the first sign of zodiac, we call it Mesha.
Mesha Rasi.
So, in Mesha Rasi, what is going to happen is, a lot of people have been facing a problem that they were putting a lot of efforts, but gains, the results was not coming. They will get results, point number 1. Point number 2, Aries people need to take care of their health a bit. Aries people will have a lot of willpower, lot of confidence, very good communication skills, but they need to take care that they don't bring ego in their communication. Otherwise, overall general romantic life, health life, that will be good. They will make new friends. They may also meet a spouse in their life, they may also get partners. If we come to the Taurus, Taurus is called Vrishab or Vrika. It is the second sign of the zodiac. For Taurus sign, I would say gains will be pouring in. However, efforts would need to be increased a lot. They should be a bit health conscious, very, very cautious about money saving. They will see very unimportant expenses happening in their life, unnecessary expenses happening in their life. So, they need to take control of that. Also, Taurus is an earthy sign. So, Taurus needs to be grounded and humble during 2025. For Gemini or Mithun Rasi, which is the third sign of the zodiac, they have been facing a lot of tough times in 2024. They will get relief. They will be in the pink of their health, very good health. They will have exceptional business gains, exceptional name and fame gains. Geminis will also have, they will make their social circle big. However, Geminis need to be very, very much alert about the politics inside their own family and in their own friend circle or societal circle. For Cancer, the first water sign, it is going to be an amazing year if they let go out of their fears. Cancerians are facing, the Kark Rasi people are facing a lot of fear in 2024, because 2024 being the year of 8 was the year of Saturn, and Saturn is inimical to Kark, moon. Kark is, Cancer is again driven by moon, the energy of moon, lunar energy. So Cancerian peoples will need to take care of their digestion, will need to let go out of their fears, will need to take bold steps, and they will be brilliantly successful. People who are looking out for success in competitive exams, or people who are looking out for success in any kind of job interviews, Cancerians, this is the year for you, thumbs up. For Leo people, the Singha Rasi people, they need to take care of their overconfidence and ego. This is not the year. If there will be overconfidence and some ego, it might create a bit of, we would say, humiliations for them at times. Otherwise, health is going to be very good. They are going to make new friends, very powerful friends. They are going to be very royal in their approach. They are going to gain a lot of money from share market and properties. Leos should a bit take care of their mothers. If not mother, any motherly figure. That is one concern about Leos which we see in this year. For Virgos, the Kanya Rasi people, it is all going to be romance. It is a very romantic year for them. Go meet and greet new people, make new friends. It is all about making family and acquaintance this year. Yes, don't overspend. Also, the Virgo Rasi people, for them I will have a special advice that they should focus on their love life and social life post April. Before April, Virgos should take time to work upon themselves, to prepare themselves for the world, to work upon their communication skills, to work upon their occupational skills. That would be best. For Libras, the Tula Rasi, they are always in balance. This is the year when they need to take a stand. They cannot be neutral all the times. So, there is a very famous proverb in Hindi. It was written by a great poet. It says that Vyaghra, the lion in a battle, is not always the person who is predator. People who are sitting on the sidelines as neutral people, they are the real predators. So, Librans should not be the people who are in sidelines. They should have the courage to face the music, and they will perform exceptionally well. Second thing, they should try to build their asset. They should do SIPs, mutual funds, stock market will be good for Librans. Scorpions, Vrishchik Rasi, these people need to gain confidence this year. They will feel the confidence drifting away a bit. They will need to focus upon their family, especially their marital life, upon their children. So, it is a year of breaking and making for Scorpions. Break will be less, no worries. Making will be more. However, we know that to make a good sculpture, the churning has to be there, that process has to be there. So, Scorpions has to go through a little bit of grind for the first half. Second half will be amazing for them if they don't complain. Scorpions should not complain this year and should not use any abuses this year. Any kind of slangs coming out of their mouth is bad. Sagittarius, the Dhanu Rasi people, they are going to take a lot of actions this year. This is the year for Dhanu Rasi people. They are going to be super active. You can see Sagittarius people across political domains, across business domains will achieve a lot of things, and they will show the world when you need to be polite, when you need to be strong, when you need to be confident, when you need to take the back seat. They will be the perfect role models, Sagittarian one. However, they should have a little bit of disturbances. They will have little bit of disturbances in their love and romantic life. People will try to befriend them and take their use. They should take care of that, not get used. Then comes Capricorn and Aquarius. I am taking the both signs together because Capricorn and Aquarius both are ruled by Saturn. So, they will have similar results. Makar and Kumbh. So, first we will talk about the Capricornian people. For Capricornian people, it is all about, again, like Virgo, it was all about going and making friends and acquaintances, a romantic life ahead. Same is shown for Capricorn ascendant, the Makar Rasi as well. Yes, there is certain thing which I have especially noted for Capricorn ascendants, that they should be very careful with their savings, with their investments. Capricorn Rasi people should not invest in gold this year, otherwise it will be, should not invest in gold, should not invest in property or share market this year. It will be a little bit issue, there will be issues in that. For Aquarius people who are again co-related to Capricorn because they have co-owners, they are going to acquire property, vehicle, a lot of foreign travels this year. They were facing a lot of tough time in 2024, a lot of tough time for Aquarius peoples. They were not getting the correct amount of name, fame, money in their business transactions. They will now be earning that. So, Aquarians, get set ready. The Pisceans, which is again mean, ruled by Jupiter. For those people, I am going to tell you, you have to have patience this year. A lot of patience testing will be done, but you will gain so many experiences which will be kind of turning point in your life from 2026 onwards. But for 2025, buckle up and be confident when you are gaining insights.
So these are the predictions.
These are the general predictions for all the zodiacs.
Astrology is based on science, as you said. Astrology is all about bhagya, isn't it? Bhagyavad. Bhagya or karma, which one is important?
So we have to understand it, karma versus destiny. It is the one of those topics which has been from the first dawn of human civilization and will last till the last dusk of the human civilization. It's similar like boys versus girls, right? East versus west.
Right.
So when we talk about karma and free will, so free will is a completely false narrative. There is nothing called free will. Whatever we do, everything can be predicted. Whether you will have a tea or coffee this morning, whether you will wear a blue blazer or a maroon blazer, it can be predicted. So there is nothing called free will, but karma is very important. So if life is a chakra, Jivana chakra we say, right? So destiny is a spoke in it and karma is a spoke in it. Without any one spoke, the other spoke will not work. What destiny is? It is the resultant of our past life karmas. What karma is? What we are going to make our destiny in the coming times. So what happens in our current life, since we have been doing innumerable mistakes from innumerable countless lifetimes, we do mistakes daily without even realizing. The destiny has a lot of baggage right now. So we are driven by destiny a bit more. We feel that 90% our life is governed by destiny. But if we don't focus on that 90% destiny and we focus upon that 10% karma, so that our future can be better, not with that expectation, but because it will give you an inner sense of fulfillment. If we focus on that 10% karma, that destiny which is operating, it will operate. You will have to clear that baggage. जो फसल आपने बोई है, you will have to cut it and you will have to eat it. You will have to have that repercussion. However, the karma you are doing it, it will make it manageable. Even if you are suppose having a good prarabdha, a good destiny, and you might get egoistic due to having good results. Suppose you become successful in one night, multi-billionaire in one night, you may get egoistic and proudy. But if your karma is balanced, if you are focusing on karma more than destiny, karmanyavadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana, that means focus on karma, not on the result. So if we focus on our work, our karma, and not on the resultant, because that is not in our hand, right? We don't know who calculates the destiny, who decides the resultant. So we should focus on karma. What happens is, if we are focused on karma, we get the right guidance from our soul, or say the divine power, Ishwar himself, that how to manage that destiny. If good destiny is coming, we should not be proudy and ego. If bad destiny is coming, we should not be a crybaby.
Right. Thank you very much, Saumitra Ji, for your time and for your opinion.
To
Thank you very much.
Namaskar.
Great talking with you. Namaskar. दर्शकहरू धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद हेर्दै रहनुहोला न्युज 24 टेलिभिजन। नमस्कार।